Welcome to Block Research AI Software Solutions. In this build-along, we rebuild Google's NotebookLM from scratch and give it an edge that Google doesn't have. The point isn't the finished app, it's how to get there, how to write code with real engineering judgment. I'll open with the one move that makes our version different, then show you the architecture and a live demo. Let's get into it. Let me start with the one thing that makes my version different from Google's on day one. Google's NotebookLM runs entirely on its own Gemini models. Mine doesn't. I route every single job to the best model in the world for it. Grounded answers and artifacts go to Anthropic's Claude. Reading and generating images to the Image Gen 2 from OpenAI. And the dual host audio podcasts go to ElevenLabs. Speech to text to Deepgram, embeddings to Voyage, and re-ranking to Cohere. It all runs through one provider-agnostic router. So whenever something better ships, I swap it in. In Edge, a single vendor product structurally cannot have. Now, let me back up and show you how I got there. Before I show you mine, let's look at the original. So what does Google's NotebookLM actually do? It lets you upload a lot of different sources, PDFs, docs, websites, even YouTube and audio, and then chat with the model that answers only from the material. With citations, you can click to check. On top of chat, it generates studio outputs. Most famously, the audio overview, where two AI hosts discuss your sources like a podcast. You can also build a slide deck, video overview, mind map, reports, flashcards, quizzes, infographics, and data tables. But the quality is not perfect everywhere, but it's alright, I would say. Definitely room to improve. So how do we get there? First, I had to understand what actually makes NotebookLM powerful. And it isn't the chat window, it is that it answers only from your sources and makes every claim verifiable. A generic chatbot guesses from world knowledge, NotebookLM stays inside your material, cites it, and when the source doesn't cover something, it says so instead of inventing. That property, grounding instead of hallucination, is the real product, and everything I build serves that goal. And that goal becomes one architecture. Sources come in, get split into citable blocks and embedded. A hybrid retriever assembles an evidence pack. The model answers only from that pack. A verifier checks every claim, and the same evidence powers all the outputs. Now, a quick zoom in. First, how do sources actually become evidence? And then how does evidence become trust? So the first half is turning sources into evidence. 10 source types, PDFs, images, audio, YouTube, all normalize onto a markdown spine with stable citable IDs. So I write the retrieval and citation layer exactly once. Chunks become embeddings, Voyage in the cloud, a local model offline. And retrieval is hybrid, not just vector search. Keyword BM25 and dense signals. Then the Cohere re-rank, because no single signal is reliable alone. The unique output isn't an answer yet, it's a typed evidence pack. The exact quotes the model is allowed to use with a hard rule to cite them or abstain. Then the second half, turning evidence into trust. The part I'm most proud of. Claude answers only from the pack, with the citation after every factual sentence. But I don't trust those markers. A deterministic verifier splits the answer into claims and checks each one against the quote it cites. Anything unsupported is physically removed, and the whole audit is saved as a citation ledger. If nothing holds up, the system abstains. Cite it or say you can't. That's the trust boundary and forced in code, not hoped for in a prompt. Now let's take a look at the app. So right here, you can create a new notebook. And after uploading the sources, let's take some random YouTube video scripts from this folder. And after adding some markdown files here, as easy as that, we can add more sources. Let's maybe go to YouTube, and from my channel, let's take a longer video, like this one is 1 hour 22. Share, copy, and paste, add and analyze, and in the background it will extract the script of the video. So after successfully adding those small markdown files, which is the easiest one, we can also add a full website just like that, add and analyze. And in the background, the indexing and the chunking will take place and will be added to our source material, 792 words right here. And of course you can chat with the source material, or you can just go ahead and create an insane amount of output at the same time. So there are no limitations here, and it's much faster than Google's NotebookLM. Of course, also more expensive at the moment in the background. Because I'm also a YouTuber, I did add 2 simple outputs for YouTube, just like the YouTube titles and description. So that can give you some ideas for YouTube videos. And for the thumbnails, of course, it would make more sense if you have a personal brand to upload a picture and then create a thumbnail from that. And here we got all the different output materials. I do believe the design is a bit better than Google's NotebookLM. Of course, it's matching the blog research assets right here. So yeah, enjoy it, playing around with this result. Here we got the thumbnail, everything pretty self-explanatory. So have fun exploring the output and pay special attention to the very high quality ElevenLabs voices in the audio as well as in the video overview. So where can we go from here? Something I would also like to implement is more possibilities to upload sources. For example, video input can be very interesting, and this means not just extracting the text, but actually making the AIs watching the video and retrieving every single information also from the pictures. So we get a full understanding of the video, not just the transcript of the video, as well as full-fledged video output with real video generations, not just a slideshow with a speaker. But of course, it's very costly and yeah, maybe not part of this scope. But so far, I'm happy with the result. I hope you like it and have fun testing it out.